Hi, my name is Maggie Kirwan. I'm a sophomore here at WPI. I'm on the women's rowing team, and I'm a mechanical engineering major, and I've been rowing for 4 years.
Hi, my name is Jules Prisco. I'm a junior. I'm a biomedical engineering major, and I've been rowing for 8 years. So here at WPI, an IQP is it's an interdisciplinary project, and it's when you go with a team of students to one of the many project sites we have here, and you do a project with a local sponsor. So for my IQP, I went in B-term, and I went to Santa Fe, New Mexico. And it was an awesome experience for me. I ended up rooming with a member of the track team, which was pretty cool. And my project was we worked with the Santa Fe Indian School, and we helped them develop a makerspace on their school campus. Yeah, we had a lot of cool hikes out in Santa Fe. We would hike up a couple of the cool mountains that were there, which was definitely kind of hard when we were up at 7,000 feet. It was definitely a different kind of training, but it was definitely really special being out there. I think IQP is definitely unique to WPI because of just the ability to work with different majors in a project in a completely different location than you normally would. And just that whole community aspect and understanding a new culture, I think is really cool. So here I'm a member of SAC, and SAC is our Student Athlete Advisory Committee. And essentially each team has a representative, and we all meet together, and we're essentially the body between the athletics department and our student athletes, and we really try to help improve the student athlete experience as much as we can. So I've been a member of SAC for 2 years, and I've been on the events committee both years, which I really enjoy. Get to put on different events for the whole student athlete community. We have done snack breaks where we have like bagels and snacks during finals week. And recently we just had an ice cream social outside, which was really awesome, just to see people come down, get their ice cream, play some games, and it's just really nice to get that kind of bonding between teammates and also other members of the student-athlete body.
I love my free food from SAC.
Okay, hi.
Yeah, so I'm on the rowing team as well, and something that I really appreciate about being on the rowing team as well as pursuing a degree in mechanical engineering is that I've really been able to reach out to my teammates if I need any help in a class. A lot of the core classes, especially I'm a sophomore, so for freshman year, it's a lot of the same classes throughout all of the different majors. And something that I've found that I really appreciate is reaching out to a teammate if I need help in a class. Everybody's been super supportive, and we found time to meet before lifts or just during the day, and I think it's honestly made me a lot closer to my teammates, just to know that, you know, on and off the water, they've really been there for me. So in the spring term, we have almost all of our races on our home lake, Lake Quinsigamond. What's super nice about that is that we have a lot of parent support. So especially with our parent food tent, we have like people that will bring different things, and it's super nice because then we get to, you know, see a bunch of both parents and alumni, and it's a nice place to hang out, watch some racing, catch up with people that you haven't seen in a while, as well as like get some good racing in if you're still on the team. And so I really appreciate going to the regattas and just kind of hanging out, because as much as it is like for the racing, you get to see so many people, and like it's very social time. You get to see a lot of people's dogs, which is really nice.
One of my favorite moments this past year rowing here was getting the opportunity to go to Henley in England and race there, which is a super awesome opportunity that not every team gets the chance to have. And to be able to go over for 2 weeks and train really a full month after school ends is a really great experience for us to continue to develop as athletes and also just continue to bond. And I think just some of the moments that we have down here in this tank room, just the everyday, like learning how to row better, is definitely one of the best experiences that we have as a team.
One of my favorite moments is going to have to be going to NCAA's last year in Florida at Nathan Betterson Park. I had never been to a race course like it before. It was very, very high tech with like having the booths where you put your bow in, and it just seemed like I was in like this like crazy like international like rowing facility, and I had never experienced that before. And so as a freshman, that really impacted like my motivation to continue rowing, and then really just like wanting to go back again. I can speak on the rest of the team that we really want to go back. It was a really great experience. And then just the energy on the beach when the varsity 8 came across the finish line, it was like unmatched, very, very, very cool. And so just kind of being with my team, having those moments where we raced really hard, and like all that hard work from throughout winter training, throughout the fall, throughout spring training, going to Florida, all of those moments finally like paying off, I think is like, those are my favorite moments on the team. When I was going throughout the recruiting process in junior and senior in high school, I was looking at some D1, D2, D3 schools, and what kind of set WPI apart for me was that I was able to continue rowing at a very high level, continue going to these competitions both all over the world with Henley and just competing at NCAAs, competing at Lake Quinsig, and having that very, very competitive racing, as well as continuing a major that I wanted to do, or pursuing a major that I wanted to do in mechanical engineering. And I think that D3 has really brought that balance where I have the ability to push myself as much as I want to within the sport, as well as getting that academic time and very hands-on time with my professors. What's really nice about WPI is that because it is an engineering school, we get a lot of the same major within our team, just so that that helps with kind of getting classes done if we need help in a class, and it can really lean into your team for that. My piece of advice for a current senior that's looking at different schools is honestly to just breathe, especially if you want to get into like sports at a higher collegiate level. Make sure that you're doing it for the love of your sport. Especially like it gets very hard, and there's times where you are going to be trying to balance classes and juggling sports and athletics and academics and a social life and all of those things. And, you know, leaning into, especially if you do decide to do sports, leaning into your team for help. I'm absolutely positive that everybody's going to be there to help you.
Something that I wish I knew back in high school was that, people always say that it can be hard to pursue a STEM major, an engineering major, and also compete as a varsity athlete. And I want to say definitely at WPI, it's certainly been attainable to both do well in your classes and do well on our team in rowing, thanks to definitely the help of my teammates and the amazing professors and resources that we have here at WPI.
I feel like my best piece of advice to a senior in high school would just be to follow your heart. If your heart is in a sport, pursue your fullest potential, do as much as you can, allow yourself to push yourself to your as hard as you can. You'll find that you can do a lot within your sport, and those things that you once thought were like unachievable and like you saw everybody else doing it where it was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they're at NCAAs or at these international competitions. It suddenly becomes attainable. Follow your heart in academics. If you think you want to be one major and then you find that you really want to pursue something else, or you find that your passion's somewhere else, allow yourself to explore other places, allow yourself to explore other areas of interest, and then leaning into like professors and clubs and sports teams. A lot of those people have a lot to say about what their experience was and where they started, and a lot of times you'll find that nobody's path is linear, and people think they're going to one thing and go into something else, and so just kind of figure out what you want to do and allow yourself to explore all the options that are out there, because there's a ton of them and they're all super cool and exciting, and there's something meant for you.